It feels really challenging to make a video this week. There's so much chaos and craziness, so much that's making me feel anxious. And when I feel anxious, it's hard to stay motivated and to be creative. But at the same time, I know it's not good for me to stay in this state, to sit and swirl in all the unknowns and anxiety. As hard as it is to make a video this week, creating is helping me through. So I set up my camera, hit record, and here we are. I figured, why not make a video about how I try to reduce my anxiety while also actually trying to reduce my anxiety. Earlier this week, I was thinking back to why I started this channel to begin with. And I reminded myself that the whole idea is to slow down and savor the little things. And coincidentally, I think that's exactly what I need right now. Anxiety is terrible for our bodies, and as I've learned through lots and lots of therapy, there is no magical way to rid ourselves of it all, but there are ways that we can reduce it, or at least get a little breather from it. Other than chucking my phone into the sea, I'm finding that the best way to de-stress and break my anxious swirls is to get as present as possible. It took me a while to find a scent that I love, but now that I found one, it's become a nice little ritual for myself. You know how we all have strong smell memories? Like when you smell a certain perfume or something and it brings you straight back to that memory? Lighting this incense has become a mental cue to myself to slow down, drop my shoulders, relax my jaw, and just breathe. I know I've mentioned it on here before, and it's probably something that I'll keep bringing up because journaling helps me so much. If it's something that you've never tried before, or maybe you've only done it a few times in life, give it a go again, because it's something I've been doing since I was a little kid, and it really does help. Julia Cameron, the author of The Artist Way, talks about morning pages, where you write 3 pages every morning. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or any kind of eloquent writing. It doesn't even have to make sense. It's just supposed to be your stream of consciousness. I've gone through seasons where I've tried morning pages like that, and in other seasons like now, I still journal, but it's not always 3 pages every morning. I write when I have thoughts I need to get out, or when I'm really excited about something and I want to remember it, and definitely when I feel anxious. And I'm not so strict about what time of day. Sometimes it is in the morning, and like last night, it was right before I went to bed. For me, it just stops the swirl in my head. We have so many thoughts and feelings that we're trying to hold in, or at least I do. And the more internal it all is, the more I swirl. So it helps to get it down on paper. Sometimes it's not in a physical journal. I like to type them too. It is a hard practice at first, but the faster you can get yourself into that stream of conscious writing where you're not judging yourself and you know no one will ever read it, the more that I find some really deep thoughts. It's kind of magical what happens when we listen to ourselves. But sometimes I'm not ready to journal. I feel too antsy or too melancholy, and that's when I know I need to get myself outside and go for a walk, or go to the park, or go find some trees to stare at. Or for me, the water. It's always calming. There's this mindfulness exercise where you use your 5 senses to name things in your surrounding. So 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. I can never remember which sense goes with which number, so when I'm feeling anxious or overwhelmed, I just start naming anything. But more than just naming it, I try to really focus on each sense. Like, the sun feels really warm today. I hear birds. Maybe it's multiple kinds of birds. One group is definitely really far away. They sound like they're talking to each other from 2 different trees. I can see the breeze more than I can feel it. The bark on this tree has such a unique pattern. And slowly, most of the time, it starts to work. I become so focused on the senses around me that I become extremely present. Anxiety is future-focused. It's the what-ifs, the things that keep us up at night worrying about what's going to happen. So I've learned that the more that I can stay present and be in the here and now, the more the anxiety dissipates. It never fully disappears, but I can find breaks from it. I know this all probably sounds so basic and obvious, and even though I know all these tricks, I still somehow find myself sitting there staring at a blank wall with all my anxious feelings, and I get stuck and hopeless and overwhelmed, and I still endlessly scroll on my phone, somehow hoping things will change. So the reason I'm making a video this week, even though in the beginning I wasn't feeling much up to it, is because making these videos is helping me do exactly what I'm talking about. It forces me to pay attention to the details that are easy to miss. Is the camera level? Is this lit the way I want? Do I sound like myself? I notice all the little details and how my background looks. The process of making videos is helping me to be in the moment. I wish there was some kind of button we could push to rid ourselves of all the anxiety, but until that happens, I will keep making videos to remind myself to be present, to be here, savoring all the little moments, like listening to the birds in the trees.